Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. Sorry for some technical interruptions before. So as you know, I'm Renata Kalniūnienė, Marketing Project Manager at Softneta. And today we have a joint event with our partner, NOVU AI. And this webinar is dedicated to showcase MedDream DICOM Viewer integration with NOVU AI solutions and via case study. And speakers would be Vytautas Baublys, our CEO and co-founder, and Sherief Emam, founder and CEO of NOVU AI. And all the questions which you have, please write them in the chat section. In the end of the webinar, I'm going to read them and we will try to answer. If we can't answer, we put the answers in the presentation file. I will send in a few days with video recording. As you see, webinar is being recorded. So after webinar, I will share the video link with all the registrants. And let's see what our agenda is. So Vytautas will introduce MedDream integration with NOVU AI and our company's collaboration. And our guest speaker will present NOVU AI solutions, use cases of NOVU AI company, what difficulties we had integrating viewer and other questions, and also demonstrate how MedDream DICOM Viewer benefits NOVU AI solution. And of course, in the end, we are going to have questions and answers. So I'm passing the word to Vytautas. He's going to introduce our collaboration.
Thank you very much, Renata, for organizing the webinar, and I hope all attendees will enjoy this 1 hour together with us. Today I have, I would say, one of the most complex integrations of our product. NOVU AI did amazing work during our collaboration time. If I remember correctly, we started in 2022 to communicate together, and NOVU AI worked through all this time on our technology, tried several methods how to integrate, and finally get own path how we will use MedDream technology in the product. So I'm glad that we selected one of the most complex ways, is Viewport API functionality, when you can integrate MedDream Viewport into own product, make your own controls, own workflows. And today we will see NOVU AI product ideas, plus this company not only creating innovative platform, but I would say the way how we like to work and partner with other businesses is not less important innovation, in my opinion, because the idea is collaboration, trying to find more and more AI companies which they would allow to go faster to the market. So I believe, of course, Sherief will explain better the ideas, but I really asking him not only present his platform, the integration of MedDream, but also share his ideas about business, about how partnership is important for NOVU AI. And I believe some of our partners which already use MedDream could really find interesting to collaborate and maybe make faster some medical solutions to the market. So I'm passing Sherief to you the word, and I hope that everyone will enjoy your presentation like I enjoyed during our preliminary webinars, which we for preparation. Please take your time. Sherief, you are muted. Please unmute yourself.
Yes, so I hope you're all can hear me. Very nice. Thanks a lot for the introduction. Thanks a lot for preparing this webinar. It's really a chance that we talked about an ECR, and then now it's happening. So I'm very happy that we took the steps forward. So shortly, my name is Sherief Emam, and I'm a postdoc at Kalniūnienė University of Technology. This is where we initiated the project NOVU AI. And the main idea behind it, even like if we talk like from very high level, is to solve the problem of diffusion of AI in the healthcare sector. So what we aim for is to help startups, universities, research institutes to bring their fantastic solutions to the market faster. And by doing this, we achieve our mission, which is empowering humanity and transforming healthcare together. So our idea is at the end to provide very good service for patients. And how we do this is we try to support doctors with the tools they need to be more productive, to be more efficient. And this is the idea of our project that is also funded by the EU and the German Ministry of Economic Affairs. And I guess I will start by sharing my screen, and then we can dig deeper into the solution. I'll be happy to get any questions afterwards. So feel free to ask multiple questions. So I prepared like some slides, okay, and I will try to go in some of them a bit faster than the others, but I hope that you get the whole idea behind our project. The agenda is very concise. It's a bit of challenges, what we face from different stakeholders, what is our proposed solution, and the fantastic team that stands behind that. And then we're going to go to a live demo where I can show you some of the progress that we have done so far. And I guess the start is usually typical is, okay, we have seen medical doctors, we have talking to radiologists, and they're even part of our team, and they have been complaining, okay, there is a huge workload, especially when it comes to screening programs and additional examinations. There is an increase in the radiology examination, yet the number of radiologists available, the human resources, this is like limited factors, they have been decreasing in the OECD countries. We're not talking only about Germany, where we are placed, but also we see the same effect in the UK. They have the 30% decrease in the radiologists, or a need for radiologists in the USA, and so on. So with this taken into consideration, and taking that actually half of the working force of radiologists in Germany will retire in the next 10 days, the current radiologists, they are very much under work pressure. And as anyone of us, if we have a huge workload and the time limit is very short, we tend to be burned out, we do mistakes. But this kind of mistakes, when we do a code problem, we can fix it. But doing a wrong diagnostics and letting a patient go and figuring out a year or 2 years later that this patient has cancer, then we're risking lives of patients. So it's a very, very sensitive decisions that the radiologists need to make every single day. And even if radiologists tend to overshoot sometimes, they say, okay, I see a false positive, or I see a positive case, and send it for X-ray examinations. This leads to also losses from the healthcare provider or insurance sides. So there is a big problem in the radiology and the medical and imaging sector. We know currently that actually AI can help, and it has been proven with tons of academic research that AI can help radiologists define patterns, define findings, and segmenting them. So this is amazing work has been done in research and even translated in some startups. Yet the diffusion of this academic research or research is very, very few coming to the market. And this is actually the beginning of our idea, is like, this is the first question we ask ourselves. Why don't we see the diffusion of the research in the industry? And then we came across some challenges that face both the radiologists and AI developers. When it comes to radiologists, they see currently a lot of AI solutions, okay? But AI solution by nature tries to solve one particular problem. So they will, for example, detect strokes or detect breast cancer. Well, the problem with the radiologists is that they cannot open different softwares, okay? And they need a tool that satisfies or fulfills their entire workflow. The second problem when it comes to scattered AI solutions, we have seen now over 200 certified AI startups or AI companies. Well, this kind of scattered solutions also leads to a rejection from the radiologist side because simply they cannot open one software for bone fraction detection and then switch to another software that detects breast cancer. And when they get an MRI, they will open a third software and so on. So this is the reason why radiologists are reluctant currently to adopt the technology. And we all know that actually the bottleneck in hospitals are not only the radiologists, okay? The radiologist might take the decision that they really need this tool, yet the IT department in hospitals are usually the huge bottleneck. And bringing 20 softwares per year to get certified and get the risk assessment in a hospital actually lead that they are very overloaded and they can barely certify new solutions to work inside the hospital. The other challenge when we talk about AI developers, this is our other part. So we try to connect radiologists or doctors with AI developers. There are bigger problems like, okay, now I have developed the model, it's amazing results, I get it, but how do I bring this inside the hospital? This is one big problem. But aside from this, even if I did now the software, okay, there is currently a very unclear competition seen in the AI field. So there are maybe 10 companies doing the same findings and actually no one can really find, okay, which one is better. And if doctors are led to choose, they will actually maybe choose something based on the marketing activities. Secondly, as I said, that AI tries to solve a particular problem. So there is currently no connection between the AI companies. They don't work together, okay? There is no collaborative synergy between them because everyone is more or less in an isolated island. And third, AI companies don't really know, are they good in some part of the world or like on a particular set of patients rather than others? Are there any other company that can do better with this kind of patient sets so that they could improve their training data set and improve their models? And here comes actually our solution. So what we thought about is to try to make a single platform. But this single platform has different characteristics than what we know currently in the market from platform. So we say that, okay, AI developers, they can collaborate with us, they can upload their models, and doctors will not choose a particular AI app or AI solution. Rather, they will say, okay, I actually work with breast cancer, so I need an AI cluster with all AI companies that work in the breast cancer or brain, okay, whatever. So they will choose the modality and the examination part, and we provide them the whole cluster. This cluster usually covers their whole workflow. The tools that we have developed covers the whole workflow of radiologists, from pre-diagnostic to diagnostic part to the structured reporting, and closing the loop with the generative AI tools, allowing them to do search on their medical records. And by combining all this in one platform, then we offer the IT department in hospitals usually one audit for this kind of for platform. They certify the platform, we certify the AI companies, and then we are all good to start working inside the hospital. I'll give like very short overview about our product because we're going to go in the live demo, but this is the pre-diagnostic step where actually we try to prioritize and triage the work list of radiologists. So doctors will not split their time evenly between cases, but rather give more time and concentration to the very suspicious cases, following the suspicious ones, and then to the normal ones. And by doing this, we hope that the error percentage of doctors, it will drop, and by doing this we again hope that we save lives by giving radiologists this kind of insights even before starting the diagnostic step. Secondly, here we go to our amazing partners of Softneta, and using their viewer and integrating it in also a unified, homogeneous front end to allow doctors actually to see what the AI has done on the images. So it's very important for us here to say that we care for explainable AI. AI is not a black box and cannot be a black box that says, okay, I see cancer, but I don't want to tell you where the cancer is. This is not how we function, and this is not how we imagine the future of AI. For doctors to adopt AI technologies, they need to know why is the AI saying there is a cancer. So by doing this, AI will take the results of the AI, show it in the viewer, and let the doctor actually confirm or deny these findings. So the upper hand will be always for the doctors. We offer only a supportive tool, but we integrate now the AI results in a medical viewer. When the doctor accepts these findings, it will be automatically taken, because we have all the measurements of this lesion or of this finding. We take it directly into the structured reporting. And I want to dig into two technical details very shortly. Okay, when we talk about AI, what AI companies need to do before entering the market, it's a huge list of security issues, of legal issues, of how I'm going to integrate with the infrastructure of the hospital, what's the operating system, or what's the front end that I'm going to show to the user. There's a lot of subtopics, okay, that are additional to developing an AI, which AI in itself, or developing it in itself, is a huge work. Now to bring this AI inside the hospital, you need to do all these tons of things. But with NOVU AI solution, we let the AI developers concentrate on what they do best, which is developing the algorithm and make it even better and better. And we take care of all the other building blocks, the integration with the hospital, viewing the cases, saving the reports, and legalities, and data securities, and so on. The second very important concept that we talk about is fair competition between all AI vendors. And this is what I started with, which is an unclear scene currently between the AI vendors, that, okay, if I have 4 companies trying to detect lesion, which one of them is better? It's an open question. Actually, everyone will say my solution brings the better results, or the best results. I have academic research. I have done this validation study. Yes, but even with validation studies, like an AI for breast, and I will refer to breast because this is how we started getting to the domain, but having a training set from far Asia, okay, and having super results there, does not automatically say that this AI will function the same in the US. Okay, there is different anatomically differences between patients, and the AI that was developed with the training data set from far Asia will not work in the US. So what we do is actually we allow any AI companies or universities or research institutes actually to bring their model and put it into competition. And this all happens in the background. So what happens is that we let the 4 companies compete together in a validation period where we show the results to the doctors. Doctors will confirm or deny the findings of these 4 points. And by doing this, we kind of know, okay, for this particular hospital, this AI from this company brought the best results. And we can expand this vertically and say, okay, why not to add more to the cluster? So it's not only the AI solutions for lesion, but also like for stroke and for infections. Maybe for stroke, there is only one company, okay, available, so it will be automatically chosen. But also for other findings, then we might see, okay, there is actually another company that is bring the best results for this particular hospital. And by doing this, we create a personalized AI cluster for this particular hospital. And we repeat this process to all our clinical partners. So there might be one hospital in the US, they have a different combination of companies in their AI cluster, while in Europe they have another, and in the Middle East they will have a third cluster. By doing this, we allow the competition and we allow every company to join and have the best outcome for medical doctors. So I'll now finish. This is our amazing team, okay? We have medical doctors and team from day one. So the whole system and the whole software was designed around radiologists. They have been on board from day one. Again, we are a university project, and that's why we have Professor Grable is our chair and chairhead and very supportive. So these are partners. We have clinical partners. I have to thank again like MedDreams and Softneta team for being so patient with us through the whole development phase and answering all our questions to be able to actually go live now and start our clinical studies with our clinical partners. So I hope that if you have any questions, you can write me directly at sherief.emam@novu.ai, and we'll be very happy to collaborate with as many companies and interesting partners as possible. So this is actually my presentation currently. So this is the live demo. And I will jump to the demo and then we can start the live discussion.
Maybe Sherief, just one comment, but in live demo, it's test environment and all names is not real in the test environment because you need to simulate real environment. So what colleagues which sees some names would not afraid that it's real patients. So,
yeah, no, you don't need to worry about this. We have synthetic data created, so all the data here that we'll see is anonymized. It's like our synthetic data of patients. Okay, this is our platform that is operating system agnostic. It's going to work online. It's a web application, very simple, and it starts with the landing page is actually the work list of radiologists. So if the radiologist doesn't have any cases, then it's actually a very happy day for them. That's why we wrote to them, enjoy this empty day. Okay, but usually there will be a lot of cases waiting for them. And this is actually how the work list is shown. So all the cases that have been received to our endpoint will be processed will be processed by the AIs, and we could split the cases now into very suspicious or normal cases, or if the doctors don't have any AI for this particular modality, then it will be an unknown. But the work list is now split into severity of the cases. There are also all the information that the doctor needs, okay, name, patient ID, modality, and so on. And here comes the AI findings part. And this is why I said that it's very important to have an explainable AI. So here it will say, okay, there is a lesion with this probability. And we'll split it into main and secondary, because some AI, here comes the collaborative synergy, some AI models maybe, for example, detect information for the doctor, something like the tissue density of the breasts, okay? And this says if it's an easy case or a difficult case to detect. But it's not detecting a lesion. So if it's a disease, it will be actually in the main finding. If it's informative information, it will come in the secondary finding under the AI. There is also like a way to see who's working in this case, who's working in what cases. Okay, if it's not started or signed, then the doctors could see like very quickly the status. There is communication module, and there is also an external consultation in case doctors need to send this case and allow external doctors to access it. And I will jump in a case, for example, for breast cancer. Okay, here it will say that, okay, you're reviewing this new case. Here comes the part with MedDreams, and you see the very, very smooth integration between NOVU and MedDreams. So I can start by, if I don't have like any hanging protocols, I can actually say, okay, I need these cases here and there. All this is programmed by ourselves, so we could actually control everything. So here's like a very typical case of breast cancer. And what's important here is the finding parts and the tools that we have simplified massively. So if this is a mammography case, for example, then we do offer the doctors all what they need for the mammography. They could see what the results of the AI is. Okay, they could, for example, say, okay, where is this findings? And they say, okay, this is here. This is the finding of the AI. Usually AI and segmenting AI would give a boundary box or give like bullet points or give an oval. So this is exactly how it will look for the doctor, how it will appear for the doctors, and the doctors can confirm or deny these findings. Okay, they could say actually like they do everything they need, so they can manipulate, they can see in depth, they can do themselves another finding and say, okay, actually I do see another finding. But you have seen this wheel that we have developed to provide the doctor a very quick access to the main functionalities that they need in the viewer. Also, there is, for the touch screens, I have to quickly say, there is also like all the functions for the doctors to use it on an iPad. That was a special request from radiologists, that they get calls in the middle of the night and they need to go to their PCs. It would be great if they could use it on their iPads. So we provided also touch screen capabilities. But what I want to say here is that this is the AI findings from an AI, and doctors could actually delete the findings, say, no, this is not correct, or says, yes, this is correct, and give name of this finding. For example, I'm not a doctor, but I'm going to give it a lesion and save it. And what I also want to work to mention here is the synergy. So we said, okay, these results now that are shown on the image comes from an AI that is trained to triage, maybe trained to segment findings. But for example, we have another partner, okay, from the US, DeepLook, that its main target is actually not to find the region of interest, but to analyze and segment this region of interest. So for example, it will take exactly this finding, okay, that we got, and we pass it. And this is what I, again, want to stress on the collaborative synergy between AIs, okay? Doctors, they don't actually notice that they are switching from one AI company to another. Rather, they get support in all their entire workflow. So they see, okay, actually, this is the segmentation of the exact lesion. Maybe it's smaller, maybe it's bigger, something like that, and then they get the measurements. What's important to close the loop is that after these diagnostic steps, or after the doctors confirm or deny this finding, if they go to the reporting part, they will see all data has been populated here. So all the patient data, all the findings that the doctor has chosen has been populated in the table, and they can start writing even some general comments and generate the medical report immediately from within the software. That could be at the end sent back to the whatever PACS or HIS, or be even downloaded or printed. So all this is available to the doctors to give them the best experience without really doing so much effort. And that's why when we talk to doctors, show them the software, they say, this is very easy, very intuitive to use. Currently we're very happy with what we have reached so far, and very happy about the integration of the viewer in our application. I guess it's like, as I said, doctors can deny or confirm the findings of this AI, and we keep this information in the back end so that we could do the validation in the AI cluster. So if these results are coming from a different company, okay, this one is coming from a different company, this is a needle, for example, okay, it's not a lesion, it's nothing, then maybe the doctor say, this is not actually a correct finding, I'll delete it. And this information we keep in the validation period till we know that actually this AI have driven the best results. And then we keep this one. Doctors can definitely change and manipulate the findings very simply. It will get updated in the back end, and it will be saved in the database. And if they need to add more findings or add another tools, they can always like go to our wheel here, or they can actually have all the functionalities that they need also from upside and manipulating, having a second screen or a full screen or whatever they need. And I guess it's like this is a general overview. So if they can also, like, because of the capabilities of the medical viewer.
Maybe Sherief, you can also show some CT study which you did also with AI, just to how you managing. Yeah, this case very interesting. Yes, also which you showed me before.
Yes. So like what's important is actually the capabilities of handling multimodalities. So it's again one system that you could manipulate a CT scan and again see the whole findings, okay, that was generated with AI, and you see that, okay, here's one finding, another findings, and this is very seamlessly integration, because once the doctor says, okay, I need to see it, it will actually jump to the finding. And again, doctors can confirm or deny these findings, and all these findings are available in the report. So you see that the reports had all the findings in it. Okay, and doctors here, they have written the whole report. So they have written the techniques, comparison, and findings. They did the whole reporting from within the application, that can be directly exported, as I said, or viewed as a PDF, and will be used, and the application will be signed. So it's very, very smooth integration, and very fast, whatever it's a Wi-Fi or mobile connection. And also it's important to mention that our application, we developed it to work both on premises inside a hospital or on the cloud. It's cloud agnostic, so it's very easy to deploy everywhere. So I guess it's like some general, because it's this medical aspect, it's very, very important for doctors, but there are also other factors that are important for them. So for example, having a sort of a communication module for them, this is important. So you see that, okay, here I got an error, no, here. Okay, they could have also another features, full features here, so they have access to their patients, they have access to profile of every doctors. They could change it. They could actually, like here, they have a very fine-tuned access to the team.
Sherief, you probably show on different screen because we don't see now the menu, or our image was stuck. Maybe you need to reconnect, because now it's like frozen. We don't see screen.
So very good. So what I wanted to say is that these additional features were also asked. Something like, okay, they need to communicate together. in a HIPAA and GDPR compliant way. So we have provided this communication modules to them. We have provided a fine-tuned access models for doctors to add teams and decide who's allowed to view cases, who's allowed to sign reports. So we mimicked actually the whole workflow of radiologists and trying to make it very, very simple for them. External consultation, if they need to send a QR code, an address to some of their fellows, then we send these cases anonymized to them. So there is a lot of sub features, but I don't want to like take more time now. I would love to open the discussion for everyone to ask any questions about our platform so far. So thanks a lot for the attention.
Thank you, Sherief, for your
yes.
presentation. Very informative and interesting. So I will share the questions now. So the first one, difficulties for viewer integration in a running platform.
Is this question directed to us? To me?
Yes, probably yes to you, because you integrated a MedDream inside of your platform. Maybe you can share just your experience. How long it took? What is your experience by collaborating with MedDream team?
Okay, I'll start with the latest part of the question. The MedDream team has been very, very supportive. So it's not just because we're having now this amazing webinar, but we had at the beginning a lot of difficulties, and they have been very supportive, answering all our technical questions. Even after ECR, we had a couple of technical questions still, and we had a call like a couple of weeks ago about integrating MedDreams in this form in our front-end application. To be honest, it took us a while to grasp all the controllers and to go through the documentation and understand how can we really do this vision of us. We wanted to have our own identity, corporate identity embedded in the viewer, and it took us over a year to have a stable working version of the medical viewer MedDreams in the NOVU application. But once we knew how it functions, okay, actually the documentation made a lot of sense, and we would actually see, okay, there is a new update, let's import this feature, or let's create this feature for our customers as well. So it's very nice exercise, but challenging, but nice and doable. So. And
also one more additional question. I understand that you worked over a year to fully achieve the workflows which you like to get, but also probably you used like few people in this integration. It was not like 10 people team working on that integration.
No, definitely not 10. We had one programmer that did some initial work, and actually he left the company. So at the end, it was me and my colleague doing the whole integration work in the platform. So it doesn't need a lot of employees. It's just one employee who knows generally how to read the documentation, and then starting programming, and it's doable.
Yeah, thank you.
Challenging, but
yes, of course, the integration. And I believe it's not only integration challenging, it's also understanding the grammar of integration and understanding what workflow you like to achieve, and then designing the integration. Yes, it's taking a time, not only the physical work, but also the design of integration.
This is very true. Yes, because showing an image in the viewer, okay, it might be challenging at the beginning to be able to make sure that all the building blocks are connected correctly, that we have the data transferred correctly. But what we wanted to achieve is to make the viewer kind of like AI enabled viewer. You don't see actually any blocking points from going from the work list and taking the results of the AI, presenting them in the medical viewer, taking the results directly to the reporting. So doctor actually feels that this is one unit. They don't see that there are multiple companies in the back end actually collaborating together to have this synergy. We wanted to get the best experience for radiologists and or doctors to have a very smooth workflow. So they would see results of AI, they would in the work list, they see it in the diagnostic, in the viewer, confirm it or deny it, and have it immediately in their structured report. So we save time and make it as smooth and as enjoyable experience as possible.
Thank you. So next question, Renata.
Next question is for Vytautas, branding possibilities of the viewer and pricing.
So like usually on our webinars, we never talk about pricing because we need to understand your workflow, where you plan to use, what functionality you need. So it's better you will contact through the email. But regarding branding possibilities, as you saw in NOVU AI, it is used Viewport API when NOVU using only our viewport. So it's fully customized and it's created like one product. So the customization and branding possibilities actually is not limited for any of our partners, but if our partners truly want to use also our certifications and registrations, so we need to communicate with our team to know where they need to inform about usage of our technology in your product, to try to reduce as much as possible work on recertification of technology. So this is really depend on your ideas. I understand, but for NOVU AI, what's the critical is a workflow, to make the workflow as simple as possible, as close to the vision as possible. That's why we selected Viewport API. For other vendors, which our workflow in product would be correct, so probably they could also reduce the integration work to few weeks instead of a year, like NOVU AI did. So it's really depend on your needs, the branding possibilities, because we have from 0 branding to 100% branding, and you need to select which workflow for you is the best.
Okay, thank you. Another one, I was integrated with our tank. Our tank has that advanced authorization plugin. Do you have solutions using Auta, Okta, etc.?
Yes, our newest, I believe already from a year ago, the version support all these authorization platforms. You need to contact our integration team and they will assist you which modules you need to configure to achieve your goals. But yes, all of them is supported, so you can easily achieve your goals. Just please contact myself or any of our team member which you have on board, and they will point you to the right person which will assist you and give documentation how to configure it.
Okay, thank you. Another, CT PET viewing using MedDream Viewer.
Yes, this is already one of the most use cases where our PET or the PET viewing is very important, especially for telemedicine purposes. Please check our user manual, and you will find in user manual specific sections, which is really shows for you how to use our PET view. Plus, it could be issue if you use all the version of MedDream and you never change the settings. So you need to check your settings in the viewer and enable. So it's a command from our integration team.
Yeah, we got comment that Auta is not supported at the moment.
Yes.
Okay. Can I move to another question?
Yes.
I think this question is for our guest speaker, Sherief. Can the report be modified?
Yes, yes. So the idea is actually to allow even structured reporting companies to be on board. And depending on the modality, depending on the institution, they can have their own customized reporting. They can have anything they need. So everything is customizable. Okay, we have templates, for example, for reporting a mammography that is different than reporting CT scan chest. So everything is actually customizable. And we allow the institutions, the healthcare institutions, to say, okay, actually from my workflow, I need this template for this modality and this body part. And then it will be chosen. Or what I have shown in my demo is our default template that take all the findings, and the doctors would write the report and it will be generated. So,
Sherief, one more question from myself is maybe you can a little bit comment how if I would be AI company and I would like to collaborate with you, so what I need to provide for you, my algorithm, my demo license for you, how the integration would look.
Okay, yeah, this is a very good question, so thanks. We try to make the life of radiologists very simple, but we're also like coming from engineering and software development side, and we did our best to make it as simple as possible. So what the integration with us goes extremely simple, because we want to protect the intellectual property of our partners as much as protecting our intellectual property. That's why we actually work with Dockerization. So what companies will be providing us is a Docker container, and what we define to them is very simply what will be the inputs and what does the output should look like. So it's simply this JSON format, what we expect from them as an output, and they put all their code into a Docker container, and we provide on the runtime for this Docker container access to the case and access to also some the model artifacts in case they are not in the Docker container itself.
Thank you. It's quite clear answer. So Renata, please proceed to the next one.
Yeah. We got a question about recording of a presentation. So yes, I mentioned before that all the registrants will get a video recording and presentation file. And another question to the
one more comment, Renata, regarding the video. Also, this video will be published in our YouTube channel. So not afraid if you missed somehow to register. So you anyway, if you follow up our YouTube channel, you will get notification about new video appearance, and you can see this webinar also.
Yeah, not only YouTube, but also our social channels. And another question, do you have plans to implement audio to text transcription translation using AI tools like Whisper? It's for Sherief, I guess.
Yes, yes. That was what, how could I say it? Like, we actually want to allow AI companies, if they have this solution, they could integrate with us, and then we offer this solution to the doctors. So doing the underlining programming for it, this is very, very possible from our end. Okay, but we are not planning to do it ourselves. So we, again, it's the platform. If there is, and there are companies who does the transcripting, and I know a company in the US that's doing a great job. There are also others. The idea is to allow them to be on the platform and offer this also in the clustering to allow the reporting to them. So it will be the same. We will send all the findings live to the AI partner, and then we give them access to the audio, and they do the transcription, and then we integrate it with our in our platform. So I'll be very, very happy to implement this feature actually in the platform to again complete the cycle. So what our aim is to offer the doctors all what they need to do the case faster and easier. So I'll be very happy to collaborate on this particular point.
Sherief, one more question regarding the AI integration, which comes to my mind. So I assume I am AI company which is already integrated to your platform. You already did, and you're already piloting with your hospitals, like doing pilot of my AI algorithms. So can I get also some feedback from you about usage, satisfaction of doctors? Is the correct, and also the training material for my AI, because probably through my AI will be running hundreds or even maybe even thousands of studies. So is your partner which is providing you AI getting some feedback, also some data to improve the algorithms by partnering with you?
This is not an easy question, but let me answer parts of it. There are a specific section, okay, a part of the platform that gives AI developers KPIs, okay, and a part of the KPIs are actually something like the utilization and adoption rates. So, for example, what's the active number of hospitals? What is the adoption rate? Patient volumes, subscription retention, for example. These are marketing material that AI companies need to kind of like know their benchmarking, okay? And there are also some indicators about how good did their AI work in a particular institutions, okay? Like, how much did the doctor confirm the findings? How much did the doctor deny the findings of their AI? And so these KPIs, they are available. But what you said about retraining, and here comes the problem with data protection. So the concept of retraining is possible because we do have the right, what the doctor said, or what the doctor confirmed or denied. We have also access to the data, but everything stays on-prem, and we have to keep this in mind. When we work with European partners, we work only on-prem. So if the AI companies would provide a training container, okay, and they need to start a training job, we have the ability to start a training job every 1,000 cases, for example. This is possible, and then there's no access to the data, yet it's possible to get the new weights of the model sent to the company.
Clear, thank you. So I believe this is many opportunities for AI companies, not only to provide, but also get feedback, get some marketing materials. Yes, and of course, it's a beginning of path. I believe in the future, it will be more and more synergies between your ideas and AI companies' product development. So it's look very promising. So please, Renata, another question.
Yes, we got one more. If I am a hospital, how will your software change the diagnostic workflow, or how will it integrate into the current infrastructure?
Okay, but like, let's start with the second part. How will it integrate in the current infrastructure? We have very simple integration guidelines to hospitals that we have actually a DICOM endpoint, a DICOM listener. So either you have an auto-forwarding rule in the PACS that whenever a new scan enters the PACS, you send it to NOVU endpoint, we'll be processing it and showing it to the doctor. Or you can selectively send cases to the NOVU platform. Even we prefer the first option to work the cases immediately after they are taken and saved in the packs to provide doctors immediate results when they open the platform. And how will our software change the diagnostic workflow? I will rather say we don't want to change the diagnostic workflow, but we want to improve it and make it more efficient. This is what we aim for. Doctors still needs to follow their guidelines, follow their workflow the same way they're doing it every day. But we want them, when they enter their work list and seeing prioritized and seeing it triaged, to actually start an emergence case, for example. Okay, they will see this is a very suspicious case, has been entered the system and it's flagged, and doctors will immediately start with it, and maybe they find like internal bleeding in the brain, and then the patient needs to go, or a stroke, and the patient needs to be operated on immediately. So this are the kind of changes that we see in the workflow, is to be more efficient, is to save lives with our system. So I hope I answered. If there is more concrete question about it, I would love to answer it. But to close the loop, after even the reporting, the whole report is sent back either to as an HL7 message, or is sent in the DICOM packs back. So this is actually how our system starts and ends the cycle.
Okay, thank you. So this was the last question. So I guess I can move to our last slide and invite to visit our booth at ophthalmology exhibition in Barcelona in the September after summer break, and let's see what MedDream Viewer can do for ophthalmologists, not only as you imagined before. And thank you for our speakers, for our guest speaker, Sherief. Thank you very much. I think everybody enjoyed it. It was very useful and informative. And as I mentioned before, all the registrants will get a video recording and presentation file. So
yes, many thanks, Renata, for organizing. So again, Sherief, it's brilliant work, and thank you for your patience and your work ethics. You achieved amazing results from my eyes, and I saw many our integrations during my career, and this is one of the some of the integrations which I really dreamed 5-6 years ago to happen, and I am happy that you achieved that, and I really wish best success for your product, for your ideas, and I hope some of our partners already will find you and you will get a fast approach to the market. So this is why we created this webinar, just to share ideas, just to invite people to bring your ideas alive, and I hope some companies will see big value in collaboration with your platform, with your ideas, and with your team. So
thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. Thanks to you. Thanks to Renata for organizing all this, for taking all the time to do it. It has been from our side also like very enjoyable journey so far, and thanks for delivering our message actually. And
yeah. And I know you postpone your holidays for this webinar, so many thanks, and yes, good holidays for you science tomorrow. So anyone, yes, if you will write for Sherief, so please be patient because he's on holidays. So, but they will not take forever. So as you saw, his contacts will be in webinar. Plus, Renata will put his contacts in our answers section, so that everyone could contact him directly and just discuss during after his vacations all the possibilities which opening. So many thanks.
Thanks a lot, and we're very looking forward for new collaborations.
And everyone have good vacations and good summer.
Yeah.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye. Thank you. Bye-bye.
See you. Bye.